He never comes back. He never comes back. Our stepdad stole our presents. Hi, hey, mommy's gonna cry every day, every day. Hi moms, hi dads, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually going to be talking to you about the time we got robbed for Christmas. It's only happened, you know what? We've been robbed twice for Christmas. Yo, that's so crazy. How you put things in the back of your mind and you literally forget until you get to thinking about it. We got robbed twice. So I guess I'll tell you both stories. The first time was from my stepdad. I guess he was my stepdad. He's my sister's father. He was living with us and he is a bad person now that I think about it. Because there was so many incidences where he wasn't there for my family. But I guess he was there for my mom. But when it came to her not being around, like he was a different person. So what really happened was that my sister, it's a very quick story because that wasn't the original story. So my sister's father was with us one day and he lived with us at in a duplex. I love that duplex. Our neighbors were amazing. And it was just a nice place to be. And he was just, I guess, watching us. He was responsible for our well-being while she was gone. And I guess he was off. But this was very close to Christmas. I guess my mother had already wrapped the presents, so it had to be within a week of Christmas. So he decides to tell us, oh, I'm going to leave, guys. I'll see you guys later. And he's packing up the car. We're still in my room. Me and 4 of my siblings are in the room. His daughter followed him out and saw him packing up all of these presents. And I guess she asked him, she was like, you know, where's our presents? He was like, I don't know, you have to wait for Christmas. Christmas is coming. These are my presents. I have to go drop it off. Because he had another family with a whole bunch of kids. So I have to go drop these off. Okay. So he loads his car. He leaves. He never comes back. He never comes back. When I say never, I haven't, when was the last time we seen this man? We haven't seen him since. He never comes back. He just leaves. So later on we find out that the presents that he took were our presents. They were our Christmas presents. So he took them all. There's 5 children. My mom normally gets like 3, 4, 5 presents per kid. So you took like 25 presents to give it to your family and you didn't even pay for them. They weren't yours. He didn't buy those. My mother, I know my mother bought them. So, and it really damaged her. Actually, now that I think about it, she wasn't in another relationship for a while. And I can only imagine, the thing is that we didn't know that those were our presents until she told us years later. Because on Christmas Day, we still got stuff. We had, I remember having a brand new bike. I remember having like a CD player and a whole bunch of like new CDs. That was when Aaliyah had just passed away. So I got her latest CD. I remember having things. So of course as a kid you don't acknowledge it. But I know that really messed with my mom. And now when she says things like, oh, well, I learned my lesson with men, why she doesn't really tolerate them or their BS, I understand. Because that was a really bummy, crummy thing to do to children. They weren't even your gifts. Like, that's crazy. You didn't pay for those. You just took them. And you never came back and you left your child. I can only imagine as a woman experiencing that kind of a relationship and how it would have made me feel. But yeah, that was the first time we got robbed. Our stepdad stole our presents and gave them to his other family. Men who don't care. I won't say all men because my husband's an amazing man. But men who don't care, like that is so disgusting. I don't know how you can even think that would be okay. But moving on, I digress. The actual story that I came to tell you guys was how we got robbed on Christmas. It wasn't really on Christmas. We had a good Christmas. My mother, and it was a really good Christmas because it was 5 of us. My mother had 5 kids and then her brother had 5 kids. She has 2 other brothers, and I think one of the other brothers that we haven't seen since we were young were there in town or whatever. Maybe both of her brothers. It was a really special Christmas. That's all I know. So she went all out. Like, all of my cousins got DVD players, and we did too. Like, the portable DVD players, they were very, very popular. I was about 16. So they're like the portable DVD players that look like a laptop kind of. You open up and it's very, very small, and you put the CD in. So everyone got those. Those were brand new. So they were all the rage. I got all name brand stuff. We never get name brand stuff. It's to the point where even now, I don't care for name brands because we never had name brand stuff. I got name brand purses, name brand shoes. Everybody got shoes and clothes and purses that were all name brand. The boys got name brand stuff. We all got like electronic devices. Myself and my sister got these electronic scooters. They were fast. They were like 50 miles an hour. They were amazingly fast. And my brothers, 2 of my brothers, they got a pocket rocket. Those were when they were, you know, fresh out, brand new, very popular. So they both got pocket rockets. So we got all of this stuff. It was a great day. And the scooters, I loved my scooter. I actually broke my ankle on my scooter one day because it started to get worn out. Because I rode it every day for like, I don't know, as long as we had the things, I would say like 3 weeks. We had all of our stuff for about 3 weeks. So it wasn't actually Christmas, but it was shortly after Christmas that we got robbed. They stole all of our Christmas presents. That's a better statement. So I was riding it, and I ran into a pole one time. So it kind of caused the... I ran into a pole, but I jumped off before it actually hit, like 2 seconds before. But I ran into a pole, and it was kind of crooked. The steering wheel for my electric scooter was crooked, so I would have to ride it a certain way to kind of straighten it out, like this, so it goes straight. Because I love that thing. And then I used to try to do donuts, but after it got crooked, when I did donuts, it was very dangerous, but I still did them. That's how I broke my ankle. I like flew off of it, and it flew in the air, and it smashed on my foot. Mini story time in the story time. But yeah, so that Christmas we got everything. One day, I don't know if we went to church. We probably went to church when my mom was at work, and we stayed in a very, very nice neighborhood. We actually stayed across the street from Chinaman. That's his name. Rest his soul. He was an amazing person in general, and we were very, very friendly with his family. They were dope. Also, we were with them all the time. But yeah, we stayed across the street from Chinaman, so we stayed in a pretty nice area. So we left. If you guys know who Chinaman from the 2 Live crew, that's who. Uncle Luke and the 2 Live crew. That's who we stayed across the street from. So it was a good area. We went to church. My mom was at work. No one was home. And we came back and everything was gone. Everything was gone. All of our Christmas presents that we had just gotten were gone. They were no longer in the house. My mom's room was broken into because she used to lock us out because we were 5 kids who were just like kids. And we would go in her room and take things, random things, like lotion. And you know, your kids, you give 1 set of lotion. You probably have a different set of lotion. You know, Bath and Body stuff, I'll go take it from her all the time. So she started to lock us out of the room. But her room door got broken into. They took the rent money. So when the cops came, they went through everything and noticed that there was no breaking and entry. Like it wasn't forced entry is what they call it. So it had to have been someone we knew. I think that was really devastating, especially for my older brother, because he's such a loving, kind, giant spirit. And he would let a lot of people in, like a lot of people, just to keep them out of trouble. Like, just let them in the house, hang out. If you had nowhere to go, you had nowhere to be. Just to keep you from getting in trouble. That's it. He's like a big brother to everyone. Want to make sure everyone's happy. Want to make sure everyone's safe. Want to make sure everyone stays out of trouble. Because as children, it's easy to get in trouble. It was no forced entry. That means they had to be someone we knew, because they came in through our sliding door, and we never locked it back then. Now, I lock every door. Every single door, every window in my house. From that experience, I've learned to lock my door. But yeah, it had to be someone that we knew. They came in through the sliding door, and they knew that we didn't lock the sliding door normally, except for at night. At night, we would put like a brick or wood just to make sure you couldn't get in. But aside from that, we left it open during the day, and it wasn't like they ransacked the house. It was still fairly in place. I mean, some things were tossed around, but for the most part, it didn't look like it was a robbery when like someone was searching for things. So you had to exactly know where it was to go get it. But yeah, that's the story of when we got robbed on Christmas, or someone stole our Christmas presents, both times. And you know, things happen in life. You grow and you get over it. There's nothing you can do. Roll with the punches. So if you guys like this video, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and the bells button so you do not miss a new video. Thank you guys for tuning in. As me and my daughter like to say, we're out.